because I believe that scaling up is kind of a Bhagavad Gita for business. And since last 2.5 years, we have grown probably 3x in size, 2.5, 3x. The biggest benefit of implementing scaling up is it help you bring that long-term vision to the organization, because all the tools are very holistic in terms of giving you the direction, focus, what to do, what not to do in the business. So we are co-founder of two companies, Uplers and Mavlers. Uplers is a hiring platform where we help global companies hire top-notch, deeply vetted talents from India, right? And we are very passionate about placing Indian talents in global companies. I'd like to cover about Mavlers.
Yeah. And Mavlers is all about helping global companies with their marketing operations. So bringing their marketing strategies to life. So we are a marketing operation powerhouse for brands around the globe.
Yeah, so we came across scaling up as a framework in 2015, right? And since then we were trying to implement it in bits and pieces. Back in 2018 or 19, when we became a little bit more keen to implement the framework, we couldn't find any coach at that point of time. But yeah, we were trying to implement it on our own. At that point of time, we were kind of a 400 people team, and then COVID hit us, and then post-COVID, we started seeing surge in demand for our services. So that's where we became keen to implement this framework in the right way. Yeah, so scaling up is a great business toolkit. I consider it as Bhagavad Gita of scaling a business. So whenever, even earlier, since 2015, I used to refer to scaling up. Whenever I had a business question, I used to go to this book, and I typically get an amazing answer. So the biggest benefit of implementing scaling up is it help you bring that long-term vision to the organization, because all the tools are very holistic in terms of giving you the direction, focus, what to do, what not to do in the business. So yeah, that's where it increases the pace in which you take the decisions. It increases the probability of you making the right decisions, keeping long-term perspective in mind. Scaling up is a very powerful toolkit. I think what is important is to understand when to use which tool and how to implement that. That's where having a coach while you are implementing scaling up really helps.
Yeah, and scaling up is not just about founders, us deciding that, okay, this is the framework we wanted to implement across the organization. It's equally important of ensuring that entire leadership team is aligned and see a value coming out of that. So the effort we put upfront on ensuring that entire large leadership team we have of about 24 people are on board with this framework, the concept, and the impact it will bring was a great thing we did, and we are seeing some great benefits out of that.
Yeah, so I think we were trying to implement scaling up framework on our own for the first 5 years, and I think we were succeeding at few places, failing at many, and then we sensed that dying need to bring someone on board who understands this framework and who has implemented in many companies. So that's where Ajay came on board. First thing he did was he took a scaling up assessment across the organization, and that really gave us a lot of insight about the organization. He helped us set up the priorities in terms of which tools to implement. He also brought in a team along with him, which helped us implement those very core and important practices like meeting rhythms and priority setup to put that discipline within the team. Plus, I think he asking us those very candid, tough, right questions really helps. Would you like to add?
Yeah. I think we have seen a great value what Ajay brings on table is he never tell us what to do. He always probe us with very precise questions which lead us towards possibly discovering our own ways from the problem where we are into. I think that has been a great value addition. And throughout the engagement, we have never seen any hesitation for him to be available at whatever frequency. Whenever we needed him, he was there. Be it our monthly meetings, our quarterly offsites with our leadership team, our annual of yearly planning meetings, the amount of time he has given to the entire engagement to make it work. We never felt any hesitation or restriction from his side, which was a great value addition what he bring on table.
Yeah, and he brings amazing discipline to that strategic thought process and implementation.
And those meeting rhythms, right?
And meeting rhythms, yeah.
I still remember those quarterly offsites and yearly planning meetings where we used to go well overboarded with our time schedules and all. And he brought this amazing disciplines for us to ensure that we start things on time, we finish on time, and we ensure we cover up pretty much all the required agenda which we have on table.